Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for all coming out and covering Penn State football. We appreciate it. I want to thank the fans. We had 110,000 in the game, the fourth largest crowd in Penn State history. I want to thank the staff, the players, the fans, the lettermen, the alumni, the other 150,000 people out in the parking lot still tailgating, screaming. The people in the bars and restaurants screaming and going crazy because we didn't do this by ourselves tonight. It was the entire Penn State community. It was a great win. Gotten so much respect for the University of Michigan, their program, their history, their traditions. Very well coached, very talented. We didn't play, I would say, our best in all three phases today, but we played well enough to win the game. We played really good complementary football. We made plays when it was needed. We made big plays on defense when it was needed. We made big plays on offense when it was needed, and the same thing on special teams. So we'll critique the heck out of this, find a way to get better. We'll enjoy it the rest of tonight. We're 1-0. That's always the goal. There's a lot of teams around the country that aren't 1-0 tonight, so we're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it. We were able to win the field position battle. We were able to win the turnover battle. We were able to win the penalty battle. And we won the explosive play battle by a very small margin. So just a bunch of good stuff. There's no doubt that we got to get better. We all do. But great win, and I couldn't be more proud of our team. I couldn't be more proud of our program. It's not like as a head coach walking in that locker room and seeing our family all celebrate together. That's what it's all about. So open up the questions.
Raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. Over here, Rich.
James, it seemed like as the game wore on that your defense was getting worn out. Can you talk about that last stand at the end, what it took for your defense to come up with that stop under the circumstances?
Yeah, I think, our ability to rotate guys in all year long, I think paid dividends for us tonight in those areas. That stop was huge. I thought they had a good plan. And they're talented. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, I think, that stop at the end was obviously critical. And guys made plays when they needed to. So, I just am proud of our coaches. We made some adjustments. They made some adjustments. It was a chess match all night long. But at the end of the day, our guys were able to step up, make critical plays at critical moments. And that end of the game there, obviously, the goal line was a huge part of it.
Coach, on that third down, that kind of makes the game. In the puddle, when Michigan calls a timeout, is KJ saying, give me the ball, or is that a combination of, we got to get the ball in our playmaker's hand?
No, we just thought we needed to, instead of just hand the ball off, with them overloading the box right there, we needed to go one of our read plays where Sean has an opportunity to keep it or KJ can get it on the perimeter. We didn't feel like we were going to be able to just line up with their overloaded box like that and just hand the ball off again, although we had some success doing that. That's what makes this defense, not just in that situation, but throughout the entire game, so difficult. He's been one of the better defensive coordinators in the country for a long time. He used to drive me fits when he was the defensive coordinator at Maryland. I was the offensive coordinator. We go way back, and it really comes down to explosive plays against that defense. You got to hit explosive plays. He's gonna overload you in the box and put his DBs on islands, and you got to win. And we missed some tonight, but we won enough of them. And I think that was really the difference in the game.
Hey James, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Curious with Noah Cain, you spoke Tuesday about him being a guy you're going to use to close out games. Today we did not see him necessarily in that fashion in the fourth quarter until that last possession. What was the motivation to use other running backs? I know you're a fan of all four, but why not Noah Cain?
Yeah, again, I think Noah moved up. I think he was the second back in. I think he did have opportunities late in the game, but again, we feel really good. Ricky Slade had a good night tonight. Again, we feel like we got four guys that we have a lot of confidence in and are doing really good things. And that team's difficult to run the ball against. But again, it's no different than really what I've been telling you guys, from the beginning of the year with our running back situation.
James, go off of KJ again. Has he done anything to this point that's surprised you? The 2 touchdowns, and on game day today you said 10 to 12 touches is kind of the number. Has that always been the number for him this season, or because I think it's the first you said it publicly?
Yeah. I think I've said it before, but yeah, we'd like to get the ball in his hands as much as possible. I think 10 to 12 is a good number. A lot of different ways to do that. That's on offense, that's special teams, a lot of different ways. The one thing that probably surprised me tonight is him turning into a power back at the end of the game there, lowering his shoulder and hammering the thing up in there. Didn't really expect that, all 137 pounds of him or whatever he is. Speaking of using guys, we may make him our 4-minute back now.
Todd.
Coach, can you give us an idea what your conversation was like with Ricky? You said you made some adjustments as the game went on. You went up 21-0. Did you guys change anything philosophy-wise, offensively, keep the foot on the gas? What did you discuss specifically tonight with Coach Ronnie as far as offense?
No, we missed some shots, and I think sometimes what happens is you guys don't see the shots because they're called and we get pressured. We get sacked or pressured and things like that. That's the style of defense they are. They're going to overload you. They're going to blitz. You got to get the ball out of your hand, and you got to get the ball down the field. And we did that. We missed some tonight, and others we got pressured and weren't able to really, hold the ball long enough to get it out. So again, when it mattered most, we were able to do that. But we also missed a few too.
Anything else for Coach? Rich?
James, another game that Sean Clifford does not turn the ball over. How important was that on a night like tonight, and how well do you think he's playing?
Yeah, I think the best thing we're doing right now offensively is protecting the football. We're getting turnovers on defense, not a bunch of them, but we're getting enough of them. And we're protecting the football on offense, which I think is one of the most important things you can do to win the turnover battle. Obviously, the other one is the explosive play battle. We were able to win both of them tonight. That was big. There's no doubt about it. That was huge. But he's really doing some nice things. But that's probably the thing that jumps out to me the most in my mind is how we're protecting the football at the running back position, how we're protecting the ball in terms of when we receive the ball as receivers, and then our quarterback in the pocket, and also with our protection is all those things. So very, very pleased with that. We had an opportunity there at the end of the half, the 2-minute situation, which we've been very good at. I should have called the timeout on 3rd down. I thought we got the first down on the far sideline, didn't, and then didn't want to burn the timeout after a bunch of time had already run off the clock. But I should have called it there. On the 4th down, my offensive coordinator background and my aggressive offensive background, I called the 4th down because I was thinking about going for it. And then obviously that wasn't the right thing to do because we got one of the best defenses in the country. Let's punt the ball and make them earn it. So we could have managed that better. I could have managed that better, there's no doubt about it.
2 more, start with Mike.
Yeah, James. It seems like, we've talked a ton about the pass rush this season. They've had huge games and they've had games like tonight. Can you point to a difference in what's going on in the game as to why there are games where there's only one sack and maybe struggle to get home?
Well, I guess I wouldn't necessarily describe it that way. We've gotten better as the year has gone on. I think we're leading the nation in sacks. Pretty good. It's hard to sit here and answer a question that says, there's games that we disappear. We gradually have gotten better as the year's gone on. They did a great job tonight. There's no doubt about it. But for me to sit here and tell you right now why, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to watch the tape. Obviously, we weren't able to get to their quarterback. We got to be better there. But it's hard. It's hard to be critical when you're leading the nation in sacks.
James, we've seen Blake with some of those rugby-style punts this year, and then kind of saw him go back to his normal style time. I guess what's maybe the thought process behind some of those, and he had back 60 yards the last 2 weeks. I guess why do you guys need to change that at certain points?
Well, when they're teeing off on the 3 guys that you have in the back, however you want to describe the wall, the wedge, whatever it is, you can't allow them to just tee off on those guys. You're going to put yourself in jeopardy of getting a punt block. and you're also putting those guys at risk. You're standing there with guys running 10-yard full sprints at them. So you gotta change the pocket. You gotta give them different looks, so they just can't tee off on your protections and tee off on your personnel. When you're running a spread punt, that's part of it. And you know, we need to do a great job there, and he needs to embrace it. It's all of it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.